All right. Listen, guys, we got some important news you need to know right now about Citibank. It is leaving accounts dry, zero, penniless. All right. So if you know of anyone that has a Citibank account, let them know about this information right away. Let's get right into it.
Follow its own online funds transfer agreement and
NBC5 responds in a case they've been following very closely now. It's been almost 3 years since a Skokie man had his Citibank account emptied by scammers.
He says Citibank told him there was nothing they could do. Tonight, PJ Rendawa shares a new development in his case and explains why a new lawsuit against Citibank is giving some fraud victims fresh hope.
Since 2019, Scott Jacobson has been his sister Lori's caretaker. 65-year-old Lori is living with advanced Alzheimer's disease, and the money from her care comes from a Citibank trust account set up by Lori and Scott's parents before they died.
It never touched her account at all.
This is Scott last October, telling us about the day he noticed the $121,000 in Lori's trust account was gone, drained by fraudulent wire transfers to Thailand. He reported the fraud immediately, but says Citibank told him there was nothing they could do.
I had a personal banker, and I went in there and I asked him about all this. He said, well, you're going to have to get attorneys.
Not only were they not concerned about getting Scott's money back, but they weren't concerned about investigating to make sure it didn't happen again.
For years, Scott and his attorney, James Bonebrake, have been fighting Citibank in court, arguing the bank didn't get the required approvals from Scott for those international wire transfers.
The banks are required under the law to notify before the transfers go back and forth, hey, consumer, these are the taxes, international taxes you're going to pay. Yep. These are the fees that you're going to pay. And the arbitrator found out that there was no evidence that they did that in this case.
As the case dragged on, Scott struggled to pay for his sister's day-to-day care.
You know, we lost our house because of it, and it's cost a fortune for these attorneys.
Finally, this year, Scott got a powerful ally in his fight against Citibank. In January, the New York Attorney General filed a lawsuit against Citibank, claiming its lax security procedures allowed scammers to steal millions of dollars from New York consumers who were victims of wire fraud, just like Scott. And just like in Scott's case, that lawsuit accuses Citibank of failing to protect and refusing to reimburse victims of fraud. Exactly. Not implementing strong online protections to stop fraud, and misleading account holders about their rights after their accounts are hacked. Earlier this month, Citibank asked a federal judge to dismiss the AG's lawsuit, calling it misguided, adding they've implemented robust countermeasures to combat fraud. The judge has not yet ruled on that request.
My reaction is that this must be happening all over the place. And, something needs to be done about this.
Suddenly last week, a turning point in Scott's case. An arbitrator ruled in Scott's favor, finding Citibank didn't follow its own online funds transfer agreement and protocols by not getting approval from Scott before authorizing the international wire transfers, ignoring its own internal scam alerts triggered after Scott's first wire transfer, and authorizing the final 2 wire transfers the day after Scott notified them of the fraud.
We rewarded all of that money, $121,500 plus close to $20,000 in interest, which is because he has been deprived of that money for 2 years. I think that Citibank and many banks and many companies believe that they can win. They can just grind down the other side. I credit Scott for having the wherewithal and the gumption and the courage to do this.
His ordeal now over. Scott encourages others who've lost their hard-earned money to bank fraud to be persistent.
I would say keep trying, do what you have to do to try to get your money back, and don't quit.
All right, guys. So here, check this out. I know what you guys are thinking. I know what you're thinking, right? So here's the deal. Now, bank fraud has been obviously going on for quite some time, wire fraud, right? The thing is, here's a situation. The new scam is essentially looking for accounts that people are not using on a regular basis. This has nothing to do with age. I want to be clear on this, okay? This means that if you have an account with Citibank and you're not using it on a regular basis, then that means that they're going to be keeping an eye on it. Okay, so now that doesn't mean that you have to use it, but I'm just letting you know the trend that I'm starting to see is that if you have a Citibank account and you're not using that account often, Okay. Now, in this case, it was a trust account, but it was sitting there, a trust account. So that just lets you know it doesn't matter what type of account you have. People most definitely can get that information. All right. Here, let's go ahead and go into what some of that information is. Now, we're going to go into the comments on this particular video. I want to show you guys one more situation because I know some of you guys are thinking, well, that's just that one person. These are just one stories. Oh, no, not at all. I have another story for you, and this one's going to be a little bit different. And you know why? Because this person did not have a Citibank account. Here's what happened with her. Well, better yet, I can show you better than I can actually tell you. Okay. So let me go ahead and pull that one up so you guys can see it. All right.
An important warning tonight from a Mid-South woman who says that thieves stole $80,000 from her bank account.
And she says the bank didn't do anything to stop it.
Nothing.
Fox 13's Sierra Jordan sat down with the victim, who's now concerned that she may never get her money back.
A woman I spoke to said she had a banking account here at Wells Fargo for 5 years. But when she checked her account statement back in March, she says all her money was gone and there was no way of getting that back.
I would want them to refund or reimburse my money back.
While this woman did not want to be on camera to protect her identity, she did want to speak to Fox 13 to warn you. She says thieves took tens of thousands of dollars out of her Wells Fargo's bank account.
There were 2 transactions amounting up to over $81,000. It was $81,400 something dollars.
The woman says she only withdrew cash using her debit card 3 times since opening her account 5 years ago. She says the transactions, taking money out of her account, were transferred electronically last November. But she says she received no alerts or notifications from Wells Fargo.
I couldn't believe that this was happening to me. I wasn't expecting anything to go out of that account. I called the bank immediately.
The woman was told the money was transferred to a Citibank account under her name and social security, but with an unknown phone number. She says she does not have a Citibank account and was not notified by the bank her information was being used to open one. She says she was told by Wells Fargo and Citibank that they will not reimburse her the stolen funds.
Saying that if you would have told us within 2 hours, we would have stopped that transaction from happening when they did not even send an alert.
The woman says she only gave her personal information, including her social security number and bank account, to at least 2 lenders for when she was buying a new house last September, and to the town she resides in to pay her bills. She says she doesn't know who stole her money, but what she does know is that her money is gone, and so is her trust in her bank.
I am changing banks. I am not going to ever trust a bank that does not care for its customers.
So now here's the deal. Let's jump into the comments about that as well. All right. So let me know so I can get into what you guys think about this. So we'll go back into the most recent video here. OK, and that's the one you guys just saw where they actually she had a Wells Fargo account. But listen, this is how they did it. The problem is that Citibank has too loose of restrictions and regulations. That's why they're targeting Citibank now. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. They do this with a lot of different types of banks, but right now the bank that's trending is Citibank. And that's simply because, think about it. They opened an account using her information, right? At Citibank, and they transferred the money from her Wells Fargo account to Citibank, and no one investigated anything. She didn't get notified of anything or anything. All right. And then, of course, the first person that we just showed you, they already had the money in the account and it was just sitting there. OK, so but again, if you know someone that has a Citibank account, OK, you got to let them know about this information. All right. So now let's go ahead and go into what some of the comments were inside of that as well. And I'll go ahead and pull this up here. Let me go ahead and then swing over to this right here. Give me 1 second. And that way I can get you guys that information, which, by the way, let me go ahead and pull this up here. I'm going to switch this one out and give me one up. Let me go back. OK, good. Thanks for being here this morning too, guys. We can get right into the information, which, by the way, we can help you improve your credit score, help you qualify for homeownership, or help you lower your monthly car payment. We have over 197 Google reviews, 4.8 stars. And what we do is we can create you a custom game plan so we can help you accomplish your goals like we help these people right here to the left. Okay. Make sure you guys go ahead and like, share, and subscribe if you guys have not done so already. All right. Let's go to get into the comments for today. Yanobi is in the house. She says, let me move my face back into this. Yanobi says, I had a check deposited into my business account with Blue Vine Bank and still can't get my money. I'm ready to risk it all. I know that's right. Listen, it's crazy we have to go through all these lengths just to get certain things back. It really is. And here, I'm going to show you guys the comments from that particular video. So let me go ahead and then pull this up here so you guys can actually see what people think about that, right? What are people talking about there? Let's go with the Wells Fargo video. So I'm going to share you guys that information here, and I'll zoom in. So one guy says it was a very bad decision to remove the Glass-Steagall Act in the late 1990s. I was born in 88, so I don't know too much about that. But which led to the spectacular failure of huge banks during the financial crisis of 08 to 07, 08. To prevent another disaster, Dodd-Frank and this statute both need to be established right away. What happened with Wells Fargo is only the beginning of what will happen if nothing is done to address the current situation. All right. Then some people say, listen, don't ever do business with Wells Fargo. Do you all agree? All right. Do you all agree? Because first off, they should help that lady first. Another lady says they stole $10,000 from her and she never got it back. Found out in 2018 and they blame me. She called them crooks. She said they are crooks. $10,000. And here's another thing, too. Now, you got to get an attorney involved. You have to get an attorney involved. There has to be, I don't know if we have any attorneys or lawyers that's watching this. Let us know inside the comments. These should be, aren't these the type of cases where a person can bring it to you and then you may not make money on the front end, but you make money from the actual lawsuit itself, right? I mean, this doesn't even have to be like a class action type of situation. This could be something just simple. But I know some of these people may not have the money. Like that guy, he didn't have the money at first. He ended up losing his house and everything, right? So the next person says they need to give this woman's money back with interest ASAP. Okay. Next person says, why isn't there anyone? Why is anyone is banking with Wells Fargo at this point? Okay. And so he says people shouldn't even be with Wells Fargo. Someone says Wells Fargo stole her money and gave it to the thieves. That's a press. That's a press. Someone says her and her husband were scammed twice last year, losing 550. I don't know if these numbers are real, man. Ain't no way I'm losing $500,000 and I'm not getting an attorney. I'm not getting an attorney. All right. So you most definitely got to get. I mean, she said she lost $550K. There's no way. You have to get an attorney. All right. And then some people are saying that this is definitely an inside job. Wells Fargo and Citibank both should be held liable. And now she should sue for more than the $80,000. OK, listen, someone says her money was stolen the moment she got a Wells Fargo account. I will never bank with Wells Fargo again. All right. So now that's the first video. Let's go ahead and jump over to the other video. Now, this is where the guy was able to actually sue them and win. But keep in mind, it took 3 years for that to happen. OK, 3 years for that to happen. Let's go ahead and jump to those comments. This one says the banks shift the burden to the customer, but Scott did absolutely nothing wrong. Here's what you guys got to realize. They are going into the account. This is more than just the video we talked about or the situation from the lady where the person was coming to the door and they were acting like they were Chase Bank. This is more than, listen, this is more than this. This is just your money sitting in the bank account itself, right? It makes it very difficult to trust any of these banks nowadays because, listen, I mean, it's at an all-time high, but they're going to have to do something about it. And they're talking about it as well, too. So we'll keep you guys posted as those things happen. All right. Yanobi says they want you to file a complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, right? You're right. But the CFPB ain't no help. They not. They most definitely not. All right. Next, she said somebody inside of Citibank was involved. Now we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow, but if it's not tomorrow, it'll most definitely be Monday at the latest. Okay. We're gonna talk about some of this stuff is inside jobs. Some of these things are inside jobs, okay? And I'm going to show you all this stuff because someone mentioned in the comments about how someone went to jail for one of these banks, and I'm going to show you all that people do get in trouble, and some of these things happen because they are working at the bank. So we'll put that together. If you guys want to see that, let me know inside the comments. If you guys want me to put that together of these recent arrests, from these people that work at banks. Some of you all live down the street from some of these banks, from people that used to work there, and they are literally letting this stuff happen or doing it themselves. All right. This guy says his nightmare isn't over if Citibank didn't reimburse him for the loss of his house. Right about that. Remember, they lost the house, right? They need to pay his legal fees too. Absolutely. Then someone says, how the heck does a wire transfer take place without the account holder enabling it? This is what people are talking about. They're doing the wire without a signature. They're doing the wire, right? Because you have to sign that. They have to go over the taxes, the fees, especially if it's international or even if it's local. You have to sign off on this stuff. They're saying inside job. They said the worker who knew her login somehow, just dangerous for all concerned. The bank should help its customers with more favor. Okay, so here's the deal. They said ex-city VP of the Michigan branch was recently charged with bilking elders $1.5 million and sentenced to 30 months in prison. I know where I'm not putting my money. I didn't even know that. So I got to look this up, right? It's time to arrest bank executives to hold them accountable for predatory and inept business practices. Got it. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. All right. So someone else says it's quite ridiculous. All these are happening to the banks. It really is. It really is. Like, let me tell you guys something. Like, I'm not trying to even bring this stuff to you all this much, but it's like this just happened, by the way. Like this literally just happened a couple of months ago, and it ran. Like you're on YouTube, you're watching a video, and then something else comes up or it's recommended. I'm like, there's no way that this stuff is happening again. Like this stuff happens almost every day. And this is just the stuff that people let the news know about. Imagine listen, let me know in the comments if you all have had a similar situation with Citibank or any bank, because people are saying that this is happening much more than what we're seeing on the news. Because not everybody wants to be on the news. You guys saw the lady didn't want to show her face, but she says, listen, you guys got to know that people will go into your account and take that money and then open up an account. So let me know in the comments if anything has happened to you similar with Citibank or any bank. All right, let's go ahead and jump back into it. Yanobi says we got to go back to putting our money in shoe boxes, under the mattress, and in that Crown Royal bag. Now, Yanobi, hold on now. Y'all know, listen, the Crown Royal bag is a jewel. I know some of you all may not get that joke, okay? But listen, a lot of us gonna get that. We're gonna get that one, okay? Because listen, that money in that Crown Royal bag. Listen, my granddaddy used to put a lot of stuff in that Crown Royal bag. How many of you all still use? How many of you all still use that Crown Royal bag today? It's funny. My son and I, we golf, right? So a lot of times we put we'll find I don't know why there's a Crown Royal bag in the back of my truck, but I always keep one in there if I find, a lot of, old golf balls. I am dead serious. Listen, I'll go out to the car and go get this Crown Royal bag. I'm not going to do that. If y'all want me to go, I'm not going to do that. But if y'all want me to see it, if y'all want to see it, let me know. But anyway, but we always keep it because when we play golf, we pick up some of the nice golf balls, right? And, and it makes the golf bag heavy. So I put it in the Crown Royal bag and I throw it inside the car. Okay. She said, so anyway, let me know if y'all still using them Crown Royal bags. Okay. Let me know. Denise knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Denise knows what I'm talking about. Me says them the only bags I do keep. Nah, them ain't the only ones. When y'all be shopping at the grocery stores, Walmart, Jewel, Pete's, wherever y'all at. Y'all be taking them bags. Y'all be taking them bags. What do we use those bags for? We use those bags for garbage bags for small garbage cans. Y'all also use them to cover y'all hair. Okay, so we ain't gonna go into the list of things that we use those grocery bags for. A lot of people ain't gonna get that. Okay, that's for the culture. But anyway, Risa says so true. Okay, but listen, we most definitely got to go back to just old school ways of doing stuff, man. It seems that way because it seems like our money is most definitely not safe inside of these banks. Okay, inside of these banks. All right, so that is crazy. That's that's actually pretty funny. All right, so anyway. She says, listen, he says those other bags are not sturdy. It's nothing like them Crown Royal bags. You're not lying either, though. I don't know why those are quality bags. No one else does that when they are buying some when they sell the liquor or whatever. So that is crazy. All right. So let's go and jump right up over to it. Just so you guys know, too, in our credit community, we are helping a lot of people accomplish their goals. OK, so if you guys want to learn more about our credit community, go ahead and scan that QR code. We just had our second home buyer challenge call where we've answered a lot of people questions in regards to home ownership. We got a lot of people that are on their way to owning property. OK, we're helping them improve their credit scores. And that's not it. For the month of July, we got some pretty cool stuff coming up. We're going to be diving into business credit for the month of July. So if you're looking to build your business credit the right way and qualify for funding, we're going to have some people inside the community and giving you guys and just putting you all in position where you can get your questions answered. But you get access to our advanced credit blueprint, our weekly live Q&As. You can ask as many questions as you want. You can also send me a direct DM. Okay, so that means if you got a question, you can send me a DM. My DM is always popping inside the community. So get your questions answered. OK, the home buyer challenge is in there and the home buyer challenge is forever going. OK, what I think I'm going to do is probably just dedicate one Q&A call per month and make sure we talk about homeownership. So we're going to start talking about homeownership at least once a month. And then if we have the whole month dedicated, then we'll start doing more of those as well, too. They also get early access to YouTube videos and much more. OK, so either way, not trying to sell you guys stuff, but I most definitely will let you know that we can help you. There's nothing wrong with having a coach. A lot of people like throwing Jello on the wall and just to see what's going to stick. But listen, that's why I bring you all the credit information. You need to know more. You need to know how to rebuild your credit. You need to know what to do with your higher credit score. You need to know what's going on in the banking industry. What's the point of having your credit score if you don't know what's going on? OK, you guys need to know what's going on. OK, and Risa says facts. She says ain't nothing as sturdy as those Crown Royal bags. OK. Anyway, so he says, did I post a second home buying challenge in the community? I missed it. It's all good. Don't worry. We was up in there, too. They had a lot of questions. So we're posting the replay on Monday. OK, so the second call replay is being edited by my team right now. And that'll be inside the community on Monday. OK, so we always got the replays in there. And the replays, we never remove the replays, guys. We will never remove the replays. So you can always go back in time and see it. But we talked about down payment assistance. Excuse me. We talked about down payment assistance. We talked about how to get the mortgage, like the mortgage monthly payment and things of that sort. By the way, I don't know if I need to do a video on this, but let me know if you guys want to see like a deeper version of this. And I appreciate you guys sticking around because right now the core people are sticking around. OK. Detroit just came out with a new down payment assistance program. Let me tell you something. This is one of the best down payment assistance programs I've seen. OK, this down payment assistance program let me make myself a little bit bigger. This down payment assistance program from inside of Detroit. This one is crazy. This one allows you. First off, it goes up to $25,000. Let's talk about that. It goes up to $25,000. It's only in Detroit, though. It's only in Detroit, but it's more than just down payment assistance. Most down payment assistance programs, they just give you the money. OK, like they just give you the money towards closing costs. And there's strict rules on it. This one does have some strict rules, too. But what I love about this one allows you to buy down your interest rate. You heard that right. In Detroit, they have a down payment assistance program. It just came back out. I don't know if it used to be out and they brought it back. But I know right now they just brought it back as of yesterday, Friday. This should be buzzing all over Detroit, by the way. But it's $25,000, but you can use it towards the buy down of your rate. The city is paying to buy down your interest rate. Do you all know how huge that is? Let me break this down for you guys. On average, it costs about $2,500 to $3,000 to buy down, usually a 0.5% to 1%, depending on the person's credit profile. Okay. Long story short, the higher your credit score, the longer you've been at your job, the more money that's in your savings. That's a strong buyer profile. Okay. Saying that to say, if you have those things in place, it's cheaper. But if you don't have everything in place, it costs more money. Okay, so keep that in mind as you guys are doing it. But this is huge information coming out of Detroit. Okay, $25,000, and you can use it to buy down your interest rate. So what does that mean? That if you use the whole 25,000, I don't know if you could use the whole 25 towards the buy down of the interest rate. But if you just use 15,000, that'll take you right now. Interest rates are 6.8. Let's just say 7. That will take your interest rate down to about 4.5%. Okay, so a lot of cities, a lot of states they're adding more meat to the bone with these down payment assistance programs. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video on that. I know I didn't gave y'all, but I didn't give you the requirements. Okay, now you can Google it at this point, but if you want me to break it down, let me know inside the comments. We'll do a video on that. Okay, I know everyone's not interested in home ownership, so it's no big deal. Okay. But anyway, of course, he says that community is dope, y'all. Absolutely. Listen, we're making sure everybody gets their credit questions answered. No more going to the dealership without having a conversation with me first. No more buying a house without having a conversation with me first. No more applying for that credit card. No more thinking about co-signing for somebody. No more making these decisions. You need to talk to someone. Everybody don't have somebody in their corner that knows this stuff. Okay. Now I'm telling you, I got friends, family, the people that ask me questions, stuff like that. And then it eventually turns into, hey, helping them get a car, helping them get a house. And that's because I love what I do. However, I'm saying this to say a lot of you, some people don't have a relationship with me. So that's where the community comes into play. Okay. But you got to take advantage of that. All right. Denise says, I need my daughter to just do a one-on-one since she's already been pre-approved already. Listen, Denise. Yeah. So here, if she wants to schedule a one-on-one, let me see if I can go back here. Okay. So if you want to schedule a one-on-one with me, if you scan this QR code, and we actually got she's not on here right now, but if I see her jump in, I won't say her name, but if I see her jump into the comments, I know she just got a game plan as well. But either way, if you want me and my team to take a look at your credit report and create a custom game plan for you, scan that QR code and we can help you. Most of these people here, 90% of people here, okay, did not qualify. This girl right here, she did not qualify. Okay, she did not qualify for this car. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay, a little bit bigger. She didn't qualify for a car. Okay, we put her in position to get this car. Same thing with this lady here. She found us on YouTube. Okay, we got a lot of people on YouTube from here too. Okay, so by the way, if we've helped you guys do anything, please email us and let us know. We got an email going out next week. But email us your success story. Okay, email us your success story if you have accomplished something that you learned from this channel. Send us an email. Okay, all right. But either way, that's all you got to do for that. Okay, but Denise, we got you. Go ahead, scan that QR code. Denise, I think you're already in the community, so yeah, just do it like that. Okay, so but take advantage of that as well. George Williams says, please explain. What do you need me to? Which part do you want me to explain? Oh, I'm sorry about the Detroit situation. I got you. All right. By the way, if you guys have not done so, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Okay. We most definitely appreciate it. Y'all know we getting closer to 100,000. Y'all know it. Y'all see it. All right. We try to bring you guys the information that matters. All right. So, but I'll be sure to circle back to that. All right. Does anyone else have any questions? You are more than welcome, Denise. Now, listen, again, it's never too late. I don't care if you're about to start bankruptcy. I don't care if you're about to buy a house. You just got your pre-approval. Congratulations to Denise's daughter, by the way, getting her pre-approval. Such an amazing feeling. But if she has questions, she most definitely can get that game plan, and we'll get those questions answered. But again, I don't care how far you are in your credit journey. I don't care where your credit score is. If you want to talk to someone that's a professional, then we can most definitely make sure you get that information. Okay, this is more than just a YouTube channel. Okay, listen, I've been giving you guys information for years. Okay, I love to see people win. We need people out here winning, okay, and accomplishing their goals. That's what matters the most. All right. Either way, I won't hold you guys up. You guys are good to go. I don't see any questions inside the comments. Okay, so we'll catch you guys on the next video. Stay tuned. And George says he wanted me to do the video on Detroit. And I won't just do Detroit. I'll go ahead and add some other cities as well too in there, because again, we talked about New Mexico. So I'm gonna put all the updates in there, because we talked about New Mexico giving 35,000. We talked about another place doing some new down payment assistance as well. But with Detroit stepping up like that, that is huge. I hope some other states jump on board and let them buy down these interest rates, because the state got the money. The state has the money. Here's what you guys are missing. See, the county makes money from property taxes. So the more homeowners we have, the more money they make on the back end years later from property taxes. So they have to invest in us. It's not that people don't want to buy a home. It's just the numbers are not making sense for a lot of people in a lot of areas right now because of the interest rates mainly. Okay, but it's not like rent is free. Rent is about the same as a mortgage right now. Okay, some of you all are paying rent, and the rent is more than a mortgage on the same block that you guys are renting in. I've done that before. Well, I've jumped on Zillow and I calculated the rent. I saw the rent and I calculated the monthly payment of a house that's for sale on that same street. And people are paying more per month renting in certain areas. Every area is not the same. Okay. And they're paying more money for rent each month than they are for home ownership. I'm not trying to talk you into home ownership. I'm just saying you're already paying it. You may as well own it. You may as well have some type of ownership. You may as well have the asset. Okay. Now it's really only an asset if it really makes you money, right? If you guys want to get deep. But if you, at the same time, if you got to pay to stay, you're paying to stay anyway. If you're paying to stay anyway, it may as well be your own stuff. Does this make sense? Okay. This got to make sense. All right. So either way, oh, that's right. Y'all can't see my face. Let me get back up on it here. All right. So Kelly says, wish I'd talked to you before I bought my car, but I'm going to refinance with the information you've been given. I know that's right, Kelly. Keep us posted. Okay. Keep us posted. Okay. And if there's any credit questions, I need to know them. I can't get to the comments all the time, but let me know what topics you guys want me to cover. Okay. You guys can send us email is better because the comments, I'm going to be honest with you guys. We get about 300 comments a day. So we cannot keep up with the comments. Okay. We got, man. So we catch the ones we can catch. But if you guys want us to talk about certain topics, send us an email. Okay. So email us your topics to support@the850club.com. I'm trying my best to get everybody's questions answered. Okay. But again, if you need specific questions answered, that's where the community comes in. Okay. That's where you can send me a DM. Say, hey, Calvin, listen, I'm about to do this situation. I'm about to do this. I'm about to buy this. Can I get your opinion on this? Can I get a strategy on this? Okay. That's what the community is for. But for YouTube, you got to wait because it takes time to put the videos together and such. Okay. Now the lives, we loose. We talking about Crown Royal. We talking about all kind of stuff on the live. Okay. But if it's a structured edited video, that's where everything is in place. Okay. All right. Cool. Denise says, I'm getting my second daughter now to get with you. I know that's right, Denise. You know, we got her. We're going to make sure we put her, in position. Okay. And make sure, listen, and I know everybody everyone doesn't know me like the many of you all, because you've obviously been watching the videos. They could have them watch some videos, or have them look us up on Google. Okay. Now everything we do is online. Okay. Everything we do is online. Okay. So just so you guys know. Okay. So George says my girlfriend's mortgage is $600 less than my rent. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Okay. Listen, people are paying a lot of money for rent, man. They are. And it's not just because these property management companies, these landlords just want you to pay more. It's because they're paying more. Their taxes have gone up, their mortgage costs have gone up, right? And so don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it is right, but I'm saying if you're going to pay to stay anyway, it may as well be on your own building, okay? Denise says topics on stolen credit, how to bounce back. Oh, that's easy, Denise. I got you. Okay? So now, I'm not sure what you mean by stolen credit, though. Let me know what you mean when you can. And I think you're in the community, so let me know inside the community, too. But yeah, topics on stolen credit and how to bounce back, okay? So do you mean like, rebuilding credit? I can most definitely do that. Okay? All right, guys, listen, I am out of here. We'll see you guys. If not tomorrow, most definitely on Monday as far as the live goes. We got another interview coming up as well, too. I'm waiting for my team to get done with that one. We got some great information on that one. I interviewed a guy he has 25 credit cards and he's never been denied. Never been denied. What's his secret? What does he put on the application? You guys will see this now. Hopefully it's ready on Monday. If it's not ready on Monday, you guys will probably get it on Wednesday, Thursday. But don't worry. It will be this week. It will be this week for sure. 25 credit cards. He's never been denied. All right. So I'll show you guys that interview coming up here as well. You got it, George. Appreciate you being here. And Denise says, credit identity theft. I got you. Not a problem. I got you. So here, we're going to make sure we get that information and we're going to make sure we add that to our video list for next week. Okay. All right, guys.